Hello all, welcome back to another video and welcome to Sammy G's World of Cinema. The Unwatched Shelf series is making an almighty return to the channel at long last after a couple of weeks hiatus. We've got 8 titles here, which is a good selection of titles here, and I do want to say thank you so much everybody for all of your contribution to this series so far, and to all of your continuous support. I really do appreciate it. So yeah, we've got the banging TK Maxx ready to rock here, and so the first title I've got here was very kindly voted by Roy, and that is Ace in the Hole, Billy Wilder film. I'll probably will take the booklet out, actually that might be a little bit of giveaway. So thank you very much for that, Roy. And Roy also voted for the Satanic Rites of Dracula. Take these art cards out as well. This was recommended by Pete at Pedro's Movie Cavern. Thank you very much, mate. Basketball. The Beast in the Cellar. This was also voted by Pete at Pedro's Movie Cavern. I'll take this. Yeah, I'll take that out as well. Just making it a bit more even there, guys. Yeah, this was voted by Stacey at Acres of Movies. Thank you very much, Stacey, for your votes here. Really do appreciate that for Unlawful Entry. And Stacey also voted for Leviathan. Thank you very much. And a few people voted for this one. I think Angela at the Pan Films. I think there was Mark at Bushman Blue also voted for this one. So yeah, there was a couple people that voted for this one. Rumble in the Bronx. Thank you very much, guys. Ash at Popcorn and Horror. I think Cy Robson, I think, voted for this one as well. A couple of people voted for this one, Revenge. So, guys, thank you so much for all of your votes here. And yeah, it feels weird that to record this, getting on, I think, 3 weeks after the previous episode, but better late than never. Grab yourself a cuppa. We're going to find out what film I'll be checking out here today on the channel. Come on. Bring on episode 13 of the Unwatched Shelf series. Let's roll the credits and we'll get on with the show, shall we? Come on, bring on the show. Let's go. Okay, so just gonna swap titles around. This TK Maxx bag has really survived this series really well. And when did I originally get this TK Maxx bag? Probably when I last went to TK Maxx, knowing me. Knowing me, knowing you. Right. So, not peeping. Just shift that around there. This title, push it real good. I love singing. By the way, guys, it was my birthday yesterday as well. Well, I'm recording this on Sunday the 4th of January. Tomorrow it'll be my birthday, but yesterday was my birthday. It's kind of funny how it's like in between there, sort of like recording this the day before my birthday, but bringing out this video the day after my birthday. Woof. It's mad. So, without peeping, and the title I'm going to go for is... yes! Ace in the Hole, finally! I am going to be checking out this for the first time. Yes, Roy! I got there in the end. I'm going to be finally checking out this film from Billy Wilder titled Ace in the Hole. I've heard amazing things about this film. So yeah, Roy, you'll be very happy to know I'm going to be finally checking out this film at long last. And yeah, this is meant to be amazing, guys. Who stars in this again, actually, just to jog my memory? Jan Sterling, of course, Kirk Douglas, Bob Arthur, and Porter Hall. It'll be part of this protocol, Porter Hall, there we go. It's protocol, there we go. So yeah, what I'm going to do is, guys, I'm going to sign off here, and I will come back on camera and give you my thoughts on the movie, my brief review and what I thought of the movie overall. See you shortly. Right, I have just finished Ace in the Hole, directed by Billy Wilder, starring Kirk Douglas, Jan Sterling, Bob Arthur, Porter Hall, and this was released in 1951. So, Ace in the Hole is about a guy called Tatum, played by Kirk Douglas. He has worked for multiple newspaper companies, and from one reason to the next, you find that he's moved about a bit from like this newspaper company to this newspaper company. One day out of the blue, he leaves this newspaper company. He was like a former journalist, and then a year later, you find that he works for this small town newspaper company, and he and his like co-associate, I think he's called Herbie, they travel to New Mexico. Now this setting, I believe this was the same setting for Breaking Bad, 60 plus years after this film. And then Tatum is basically wanting the slice of the big time. He's wanting to put his name back on the map, and he discovers there's this cave, and he goes into this cave to find that the co-founder and the owner of this land is actually stuck in this cave. So I think he's called Leo, and so Tatum basically has his his time to shine here, and he basically goes to this, I think, this deputy sheriff. He makes contact with, I think, this New York press and the local newspaper company about this man being trapped in a cave. In order to keep him alive, Tatum goes back and forth to this cave for like Leo to survive, to come to his rescue, and to make sure he comes out there alive safely. You find that Tatum makes an encounter with Leo's wife, played by Jan Sterling, who I've got to say, Jan did a sterling job indeed in this film. But you find, as the movie goes on, things do escalate. You do learn more about Tatum's like background, to why he's transferred from this newspaper company to this newspaper company, and so forth. And you find that his arrogance and his kind of real sort of he kind of like, he is sort of like self-obsession with wanting to, have this claim to fame in the best way, shape possible. It somehow gets the better hold of him, and then you find how this thing and this turn of events, either it's going to be for the better or for the worst, surrounding his character, and also to make sure this guy makes it out alive from this cave. So, what was my thoughts on Ace in the Hole? Now, Roy, you did good, my friend. This was brilliant. This was really good. Yeah, Roy, I can totally see why you love this film, because this was a brilliant watch. Yeah, this was really good stuff, this, man. Now, so far, most of the films that I have watched, part of the Unwatched Shelf series, have been good, solid. I think majority of them have been like either 7 or 7.5 out of 10. I think the 7.5 mark is the highest score I've given to one of these films picked out of the hat in like previous episodes. There's been a couple of films I haven't been particularly fond of. I think there was like the film You're Next and then the other one, House on the Edge of the Park, but mostly good. But I tell you what, guys, this now takes the cake for the best one yet so far in this Unwatched Shelf series. Oh, I loved this, Roy. I loved this movie. Kirk Douglas was on fire. His acting was an absolute delight, even though his character, very arrogant, quite, sort of uptight and stuff. But his acting and, like his acting ability, and even at times with his character, you just can't take your eyes off the screen because his acting is just brilliant here. And like I say, Jan Sterling, who played Leo's wife in this film, was fucking fantastic to watch as well. These two, I think, were the standouts, but there was other great characters in this film as well. I loved the interaction between Tatum and Leo, and I just think that was great that it came like in and out of the movie, because like those interaction scenes is kind of what kept this film on the move. Whilst there's this media press afoot and Leo isn't aware about any of this going on in the background, and Tatum has got this like big ambitions to go and seal the deal and go to New York to like, this is like kind of his sort of defining moment, and like a real sort of him chance to shine through and bounce back in his career. This is a career defining moment for him, and you see if which way that's gonna go. Oh, this film was absolutely brilliant. I loved this. And I just loved that new Mexico setting. I like kind of films that has like that small town setting, and this was like no exception again here. I just loved the interactions between Leo and Tatum. I loved the screen presence between, and the screen time like for a pairing of Kirk Douglas and Jan Sterling was just wonderful. It was just wonderful, and their acting, their dialogue, they put their heart and soul into those scripts, the dialogue and everything on the surface. It was just wonderful to watch. It really was. Like the whole build up as well. This man trapped in a cave, and the words gets out, and it's kind of like, again, making the rounds. When more and more people find out about this, it's like kind of, it's kind of life-changing for them, because they've never encountered something like this before. But it's life-changing from Kirk Douglas's point of view, because this is like kind of the one article and the one time to shine that's gonna really, it's like a make or break sort of breakthrough, sort of you know, like turn around and 180 for his career. I loved the scenes by like the garage, and when he was like he really, you know, he goes into a real deep monologue in like one scene when he's in the house and he's talking to Jan Sterling's character. It was just brilliant. It really was fantastic, this film was. And even some of the score as well, that just really amplifies some of the tension that's thrown into this. My goodness, guys, this was wonderful. It really was. And the character work, I'm finding the character work in Billy Wilder's films is just absolutely elite. It's just the writing in these movies from Billy Wilder is just sheer brilliance. I can't believe it, but this is now gonna be the highest rated film in my Unwatched Shelf series. Because the highest score I've given to one of these films so far has been a 7.5. Guys, I'm gonna go 9 out of 10. I loved it that much. I thought it was a brilliant story. And it's been sat on the shelf for, you know, like, I think it's gotta be like 2 years. Why I didn't get onto this sooner, I didn't know, but now I've watched it and it's absolutely magnificent. Billy Wilder, so far I've watched The Apartment, this, Some Like It Hot, Sunset Boulevard. Is there another one? There might be another one, but I have loved all of them films. I cannot wait to find where I go next with this director's filmography, because this was superb. And Kirk Douglas absolutely firing all cylinders in this film. Jan Sterling was utterly marvellous in this film. So, yep, Roy, well done, mate. You did good here, bud. So, yeah, this definitely one that will absolutely 110% will be staying in the collection. And if you are looking to check out Billy Wilder's filmography, guys, this would be a great starting point. I would say The Apartment, but The Apartment is one I would say is more recommended to watch in December, whereas something like this you could probably watch at any time of year. So yeah, that's Ace in the Hole. Absolutely brilliant, and yet 9 out of 10, and will most definitely be staying in the collection. Good job, Roy. You did good there, sir. Well done. Bloody ace watch indeed. Bloody Ace in the Hole. There we go. Right, so guys, I guess it's that time of the video again where I put together a stack of titles for the next episode. What is the next episode actually? Is it episode 14? Maybe it's that. I think it's episode 14. Well, I'll tell you what, I think it quite fitting. I'll probably give the deadline then the 14th of January. So episode 14 on the 14th of January. Oof. Good kind of like sort of rhythm to it, isn't it? Rhythm is a dancer. You can feel it in the air. Oh. Do you know what? The film that's still on the shelf, right, up in the air. I should have done that. Rhythm is a dancer, and you can feel this up in the air. Yeah, I've missed the trick on that one, but soddery to it. I thought I would sing it anyway. Right, guys. So the first one, Outland. Might find that pretty outlandish. The 5-year engagement. I wonder if someone has actually imagined someone being engaged on the phone for 5 years and giving their life story on the phone for 5 years. 5-year engagement. Treasure of the Ninja. Shazam! Fury of the Gods, Sunshine Cleaning, Eaten Alive, Priscilla, The Lost Weekend, slice of Billy Wilder's filmography there. The number 23. I may have to check out the first 22 films before though. Ricky and the Flash. Meryl Streep meets a superhero. Wonder what that'll be like. Salmon Fishing in the Yemen. City of the Living Dead. The remake of Stagecoach. And The Secret of Kells. So yeah, guys, those are the stack of titles for you guys to get your votes in from any of these titles or any unwatched titles in previous episodes. And I'll give the deadline. Yeah, why not give it a go, as Stuart would say. I'll give the deadline Wednesday, the 14th of January, because it's quite fitting. Episode 14 on the 14th of January. So those are the unwatched titles, and you can get one or two of votes of any of those titles or any unwatched titles in any previous episodes. You're more than welcome to get your votes in, and I'll give the deadline the 14th of January. So yeah, guys, hope everyone is doing wonderfully well, and I will be back for more content soon. I do want to do part 2 of my December 2025 watches, and I do want to look to doing my top 10 best first time watches of 2025, and I've bought a shitload of DVDs and Blu-rays recently, so there'll be a fair few sort of like physical media update videos to come to the channel in due course. So yeah, guys, hope everyone is having a wonderful week so far and a wonderful kickstart to the year, to the month, and I'll be back for more content soon there. So thanks for watching, cheers for stopping by, and until next time, I'll see you for the next video. Bye bye, take care guys, thank you so much.